Okay, good afternoon. This is Alex here. So today I'm going to share a little bit about QnE software. So this is more about admin function. Hold on. Okay. So today is 5th January. So today I'm going to share about user role and access control. So we have to differentiate each transaction or report, what user can navigate. Navigate means that they can view a list of invoices, for example. So that's called navigate. Can read or view means that they can double click on the invoice and then view the details. So that's called read. Create meaning that they can create a new invoice. Edit means existing invoice, they can change the quantity, they can update the details or pricing. Delete means they can delete. Preview, because we can, from the preview screen, we can export to PDF, etc. So this is preview. The last one is print. So actually each transaction or report, we can set different level. So for example, for storekeeper, they might be able to navigate and read the quotation, the sales order, etc. But they cannot create or edit quotation or sales order for storekeeper. They also cannot delete by right. So they cannot print. Then maybe they can preview. So those are the different functions that we can set for each transaction or report. So let's take a look on the actual. So how to go to this area for admin stuff? You go to the maintenance tab. So there's this area here, user role and users. So let's see what are the differences. So for user, actually the user mainly is controlling the password, the user's email, the user's signature, and also the user's role. But at here, we are just adding or removing the role. So we are not assigning the access right as per the PowerPoint just now. So here we are not doing that. We are doing that in the role, not in the user. So user is mainly controlling the password. We can see whether is it active or not. We can ask the user to change password as and when they log in. We can put in the user's phone and not phone, the picture. And then if user holiday for too long, forgot about the password, so we can go to edit tab. We can help them to reset their password. Okay, so this is user. So the more important thing is actually here, user role. So user role. So inside the role here, as you can see in this sample database, we have admin, default, manager, purchase, and sales. So for today, I'm going to cover an example in the sales department. So when we double click in the sales, so this screen will appear. So for example, here, inside this row, there are three main tabs here. So in the user tab, we can see which user has been assigned to this row. So this is called user. To control the permission is actually inside the permission tab. So here we can control the permission. Inside the permission here, they are already grouped into a different category. So for example, for a salesperson, we might want to go to sales area. So salesperson, they can see all these things. Cash sales details, DO. So do we want to let the salesperson edit the DO? If you have a separate person as a storekeeper, so maybe for salesperson, they do not need to create DO. They did not need to edit the DO. They shouldn't allow to delete the DO. So they can navigate, they can read, but they cannot delete or edit. So this is what we can set. So we click save. Yes. So this is how we can assign or not to assign certain function. So there are other additional tab here. So this dashboard is for viewing the overall. So for salesperson, maybe we let them see the monthly sales, but maybe not the account balance, not the supplier info. Okay, so outstanding sales, this is okay. So this is what we assign. So there are also other function here like unlock taxable period, selling price below minimum price, etc. And towards the right hand side here are those reports. So what reports do we allow them to view? Okay, so these are the different functions. Of course, I did set one set of permission and reports permission. So if you want to see all the permissions, you just go to the current permission here. So you can see all the items that I did assign. Okay, so this is too many things, so I will let you take a look on the sales screen. Before we go into the sales screen, I just want you to see through all these things here. So for example, in GL, I have so many options here because now I'm logging in as an admin. So in the customer view, supplier view, sales, purchases, stock, USD or SST, and others. Okay, so these are the view that admin have. So now I'm going to log out. I will log in as a salesperson. So now I'm logged in as a salesperson. Just now we have disabled the salesperson to edit a DO, to also not allow the salesperson to delete a DO. So we will try it out. So first of all, let's take a look. You will realize that this salesperson do not have access to supplier and purchases. Okay, because we do not give them access. So they can't even see the supplier or purchase inside here. So in sales, they can view quotation, they can open it, they also can edit. See, so they can edit. So these are the access that we granted. So I do not save the quotation. So let's try on DO. So for DO, I granted them to view, but they are not allowed to change. See, they are not allowed to change. So I'm unable to edit anything here. Can I delete? There's no delete button, so I cannot delete it. So this is called user role access right. So for admin, so you need to learn how to do this access right. For users, you may request what you think you can do. So maybe the admin say cannot, but you may request just to view but not editing or deleting. So this is what you can do as a user. As an admin, you need to learn how to do the setting, how to reset password, how to assign the access right, and also the report rights. So for example, I'm now in a user sales. Can I go and view the company's profit and loss account? So let's try view reports, GL report. You realize that I have limited access. I only can see some debtor, debit note or credit note, or some post-dated check. That's it. I cannot see other things. I cannot see profit and loss. I cannot see balance sheet. So, thank you. I hope you learned something today.